try something here. This is another little trick we used to do back in the day. Played with the head on the mic. It's got a little screw piece on it, so I just screwed it all the way in, and that changed the pitch of it any.
It almost makes me want to tell you to bring the treble down and bring the bass up a little bit. What is that, audio mic instead of a CB mic?
No, it's a CB mic. Now I just raised it up a little bit past where it was before. This is just something we figured out with this mic back in the day before, EQs and stuff. But that's brought up a little bit more there, Roger.
Roger. That's wild. That's your desktop mic?
Yeah, it's got a, if you take the phone piece off, it's got this screw piece with a little hole in it, and then if you take that screw piece off, you'll see the mic element. And it just screws up and down, and basically all it does is create, how do I want to say it, more acoustics, because you're adding more space. So if I take it, and watch this, if I take it and I screw it down, which is what I'm doing right now, okay, that's tight all the way down. Right there is tight all the way down. And then I open it up about that much is where we started at. And then I don't know how much of a difference you're really hearing over the air, but then I screwed it out like that just a few minutes ago. So it's kind of funny how this will make a few different changes. Hold on, let me see. Okay, that's tight. That should be about where it should need to be there, Roger?
I think it's in between the tight and where it should be. Somewhere in there, or right where between where you got it and tight is where I like it. That's pretty cool.
That's a little trick, it just was found out by accident there, Tempo. Just tell me what you think. I mean, all I did was switch off mics. I didn't touch any settings there, Tempo.
No. Unhook it, go back to the other one. That bass dropped way out, treble came way up.
Really? Wow.
And I got it on the gate, so you can talk a little bit more and notice a difference.
All right, well, since if you fired that back up, let me try the stock handheld.
Okie dokie.
Let me go to this Superstar stock handheld I like, or at least I like this in mobiles. I'm going to flip it off the high Z setting, go to 600 ohms. Okay, this is the stock Superstar mic there. Break.
Yeah, I like that one too. Not as nice as your, what do you call it, Echo Masters, your desktop?
Yeah.
I don't know, it might be. You know who I mean when I say Barry White?
Oh, yeah, I know who that is.
You'd be surprised at how many people don't know his soul songs.
I think I got one of his CDs or something. I downloaded offline or something. It's somewhere around here.
Yeah, I think you'll like that mic too.
Yeah, this would be a little bit easier on the workbench, that's for sure. I raised my voice up a little bit, so we'll have to see what that sounds like. But, yeah, this mic's always been good to me, too. That's kind of why it's hanging up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get your favorite mics there. I was trying to ask 428 how he liked that Extreme. And that's why I wanted to kind of put yours and the Extreme mic there. I was trying to pick it up, see what it felt like in the hand there and everything. I've gotten partial to these 106s or MB6s and the stock Galaxy mic. I just use a stock Galaxy mic in the Mobile.
Well, this is the same as the Superstars, the Galaxies. They're the same mic. It's the same mic.
Okay, same keying and everything on it.
Yeah, same body. The only thing they did was pull the sticker off and change it out. That's all they did.
Yep, I like it.
I mean, this one here, basically this is a Galaxy housing that I had to change the element in, and that's what I robbed it out of, a Superstar mic. because that had a broken switch in it.
It's amazing, you know, Stick, I'm just sitting here thinking, you've been changing mics on radios and stuff. It's amazing how much the mic changes the audio of a radio. You've changed nothing else but mics. And just in this last round here, you went through 3 different mics and it's got 3 different sounds on the radio.
Well, I think I put that in that post, man, that you had asked a question. I said, you know, microphones are a lot. You know, I mean, I got a box of mics over here, and anytime I do a new radio tune, if it's you know, something new that I'm trying out, I go out there with that box of mics to Crazy Horse, and we go through all the mics, and he tells me which ones he likes and which ones he doesn't, and I compile a list of which mics sound good and which ones sound like poop, and then I take all the poop ones, throw them back in the box, take all the good ones, and then we go through those until we, you know, pinpoint the one down that actually does sound the best.
Yeah, it's just wild. I guess it's just different elements and passing different amounts of voltage different ways, I guess.
I tell you the secret that I really figured out with microphones is the case, the body of the mic for the acoustics that the case gives the element.
Yeah, there you go. That's why I liked, I don't know if you heard 428 when he was talking to that old coffin mic.
Yeah, well, I'm going to show you something. Watch this. I'm going to switch mics, okay, and then I'll tell you after I switch.
Okie dokie.
Hopefully the PTT don't act stupid on this mic, because it does every once in a while, but how's the range on this one there? 1, 2, 3, breaker.
It's different, and I'm trying to figure out a way to describe it. I almost want to say richer, but it's not the right word for it. I gotta think about that.
Okay, let me explain to you about this mic then. This is actually, as far as holding it in my hand, this is my favorite mic. I love the way this mic feels in my hand. So I took the mic apart, and it's got a superstar element in it, just like that last mic. The difference is this has got a real big body on it, so it changes the acoustic of the element for, you know, what bounces off the backside of the element. Just like a speaker with these guys with their stereo systems and stuff, they look for the acoustics of the cabinet size. So basically what I've done with this mic is I've taken and stuffed foam around it, trying to lessen the acoustics of the, you know, air basically inside the mic. I just haven't gotten it right yet, and I kind of ran out of time of messing with it because of customers and stuff, but one day I will get back to it.
Yeah, it's got a neater sound to it. It's interesting that it's the same element, just a different body. It's got a different audio to it. You can tell it's different. I just couldn't put my finger on what it was. It doesn't sound bad. It sounds pretty damn good, actually.
But that's what I mean by, you know, I mean, the only difference is the body of this mic compared to the other one. I mean, the PTT in it is different, but that's not going to make too much of the sound difference. I mean, you know, this has got more like the points type setup like D104s had, the lollipops, versus a switch in the other mic, but that's really not going to make too much audio tone difference. It's, you know, just the body of the mic itself. It's just so much bigger than the other mic. I mean, this is a pretty full-size mic there, Tinto.
Yeah, it sounds good. You're on a what now?
I'm going to call this mic, well, you don't know, so you wouldn't know why I'd call it that, but I'm going to call this the Old Man Special. Old Man was running this mic on his 148 last week, and it just was real high-pitched and whatnot, so, but this is a new edition Cobra mic.
Okay. Now you're running these all through your WJ equipment, huh?
Oh yeah, all I've done is change mics. I haven't touched any settings, just changed up the mic.
There you go. I just punched the gate again so you can get it on there. I've had you since you called it the Old Man Special. special, Mike.
Yeah, so I mean that's just what a mic will do for you. Like I said, I got a box full of anywhere from 20 to 30 different mics, and I mean you'd be surprised what mic fits what radio, and it's not always the one that comes with it.
Oh yeah. Do you find that like what the 148 and the Galaxy share chassis? They're the same chassis more or less.
They kind of resemble the shared chassis, but as far as like mics with them, each one has their own particular mic that they like. From what I found from experimentation, I always found like the Connexes and Galaxies tend to like a Bearcat mic, which Uniden put out. But then when you try to put that mic on a AM only radio like a Uniden or Cobra, it's very, very high pitched sounding. Not sure how it would sound on a 148 because 148s are, different circuitry than the AM onlys. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not always the one that the manufacturer puts out with the radio seems to fit it right. Special break.
You say that's a slapjack special?
Yeah, this is the mic Slapjack likes a lot.
Yeah, it's funny that you said you said slapjack, and you're right. It does sound like a slapjack mic.
Yeah, this is a Superstar Connex with the heavy lead inside of it. I don't know if you've ever taken these mics apart, but this has got a big piece of heavy lead inside of it, and this is what he runs on his mobile.
Any electrical reason to have the lead there? Or is it just to put weight in the microphone?
I think it's just to make a truck driver feel like he's grabbing something instead of his pecker.
It's got there's not as much bass in that one. It's tinny sounding. That's amazing, Stick. I just can't believe that a mic changes it that much. Tinny was the wrong word. It's got more treble to it.
I'm trying to find this other mic that me and Campbell found worked really well when I first got this set up, and it's not been on here for a while, and I'm not seeming to find it in my box here. And